Good morning, whoever is watching. It's about 5:46 my time in Vegas. I am just want to watch the sunrise and illuminate the mountains. Oh, I had my coffee. I got over 7 hours of sleep, even after last night's stream. Took a little nap yesterday when I got here. Had dinner, a nap. My younger self wouldn't have needed a nap. Good morning, everyone. Now you just all popped up. Nice to see you. Nice to see you. It's 5:45 in the morning, and I woke up at 5, and I feel great. I feel rested. It's going to be a long day today, collaborating, so it's going to be good. Went downstairs in the casino, not the casino, the hotel. It's a hotel casino resort kind of thing, so, which aren't they all in Vegas? Brandon Clark says, "Do you think he will ever remarry?" I don't blame him if he doesn't. Well, I don't know what you're talking about, who you're talking about. Brandon, who are you referring to? Tell me. Who are you referring to? It's weird how coffee is life in the morning. I already took a walk downstairs around the lobby. I bumped into two people, the gal at the front desk, and hey, Rutger, good to see you. David Hollingsworth, Reverend 20 Piece, Texas Red in the house. Jane Irene, Subode Swaroop, I'm in Vegas, yes. Brandon, Doug Callahan, 21st Vega, Brian McManus, William Bellingham, Terry Dedrick, good to see you, sweetie. Jay, Violet Blue, Patrick, Milan, Drob, Nakovic. I think I got that right. I hope I didn't butcher your name too much. DM, AM, Texas Red, Rick Arcusa, Peekaboo, Bojan. I know the J might not be a letter that, so is it Bohan or Boyan? I don't know. Good morning from Germany. 12:48 p.m. in Scotland. Yeah. Well, Marco, oh, how funny that you say that, because guess what? I'm reading two things this morning for you guys. And I know I'm catching Europe, Eastern Europe, and most of Europe at a good time for you. So it's not 2 o'clock in the morning for you. It's early for me. Ethiopia, Henok, how are you? I'm glad you're in. Oh, 10 p.m. for you. Wow, that's something. New Orleans in the house. I read this book called The Meaning of Marriage, and I'm going through it for maybe the third time because I do plan on being married again. And it's probably one of the best books I've ever read on marriage. And Serbia in the house. So this is it's a great book. It's going to be a morning read good morning read as I prepare for marriage. 2 years ago, I decided I wanted to be married again. After being a bachelor, after being a playboy, after being basically a tornado just ripping through the world. And I don't want to say causing destruction, but, well, I'll say it, causing destruction. Can you believe I'm talking about this at 5:50 a.m.? But you can't take the teacher out of the man. You can't do it. I would sit at my kitchen table when my kid, I remember my oldest son, 8 years old. I make him a cup of coffee. Do you think mommy will let me have coffee? I'm like, I don't care if mommy let you have coffee. You can have it here. It doesn't matter. Mommy's rules don't apply here. So me and my son, who's now 22, handsome, young, strong man at 22 years old, we'd sit down and have coffee in the morning and wake up together and talk about things. It was great. But to kind of come back to the marriage thing, Is my premarital behavior good? Is it a pat on my back? Is it a badge on my chest? I don't believe it was. Honestly, I don't. Like I said, I was a rebel. I was described by one employer as a maverick. I was a playboy. I lived for the flesh. And this was a total backsliding era for me. I did not just come to know the Lord. I knew the Lord as a young man, and I served the Lord as a young man. And I really strayed away. So, is it a prodigal son experience scenario? Yeah, kind of. But I do have regret. I have regret about how I lived. I can't say that I don't have regret. I can't say that I don't. And I wish I had stayed chaste. I didn't. It's like I said, it's not a badge of honor to be a playboy. For some people, it is. And it was never a struggle. You hear people talk about pickup and game and all this stuff, which is, I'm going to be talking with a lot of the guys about this kind of stuff today. There's a gathering of probably a dozen men, other YouTubers that you know. And I will say, hey, Kettle Bear, good to see you, man. And there's entire YouTube channels, and I'm going to be meeting with these guys today, too, which is kind of funny, that are going to be talking about getting girls and all this kind of stuff. And I'm not, maybe at one time, you know, when you're younger, you feel like you're just following your hormones. When you're older, you do it to satisfy the flesh. But staying up and partying or bringing different women back to your room just isn't satisfying. It's not, for me, it's not right. And you know, I'm not going to condemn you. I'd rather model for you good behavior and contemplation and devotion. So this morning, I got my Starbucks, which I never drink Starbucks ever, but it's the only coffee in the hotel. Oh my God, anniversary blend, out of this world. And I'm reading The Meaning of Marriage. Now, all right, you want to see me just bare myself? Okay, I'm in Sin City. I'm in a place where when, what do they say? What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. I've already seen women that you pay for already. I've already heard people talking about having sex. I mean, yesterday afternoon, I've already seen women on girls' night out. Yesterday, I saw a bachelorette party, and she had a veil on, and instead of flowers, like a little, what do you call it? Like a little, like round thing of flowers on her veil. It was bachelorette weekend. She had a bunch of dildos. And I thought, oh boy, that marriage is starting out on the right track. So I haven't even been here. I've been here what? Maybe 15, 16 hours, and that's what I've already seen. Isn't that amazing? So I'm up reading The Meaning of Marriage, and then I'm going to be talking about this morning's chat is going to be about a book called The One Thing. And it says, the surprisingly simple truth behind extraordinary results. A good friend of mine, Andrew, sent this to me, saying this is the best business book he's ever read. I don't know. I've read a lot of good business books. You know, I have about 5 to 7 books going at all times. And inside there, as soon as you open it up, it shows 2 sets of tracks. Like, can you see that? Like rabbit tracks. But it says, you will not catch either one, a Russian proverb. You know what the first part of that is? When you chase 2 rabbits, you will not catch either one. Doesn't that blow you away? If you're chasing too many things, guess what you get? Nothing. Zip, Zero, nada, nothing. You get nothing. Why not chase one goal? Pursue one thing at a time. So this morning, after I'm going to give you a tour of the hotel room, uh, literally, literally focus on one thing. We're going to talk about the power of focus. All right. Let me show you my room first. Such a pretty place. Oh my gosh. Now, I don't think I can turn the camera around. No, this isn't the kind of app where you can do that. So I'm up at 5 o'clock, just woke up, threw on sweats and, sneakers, a hat, threw a bandana on. Excuse me. Coffee is a priority right now. Even though I love you, even though you're so important to me, right now, coffee is more important to me. Now you can't see what's going on out there. I'm sitting here. Let me tell you what I do. When I come into a hotel room, this is going to be weird. I never claimed I was normal. Whenever I see furniture facing a TV, I turn the chairs towards one another, facing one another. So what's the first thing I do when I come into a hotel room? I have the chairs face one another. So in case one of the guys comes up and we're having a conversation and we're going to make a video, we're facing each other. Community, communication. That's what I do. Doesn't matter. I rearrange the hotel. Ironing board up, clothing hanging on the desk. I'm only here for a couple days, so I didn't even bother unpacking anything. The late meal from yesterday, I still have to put that out in the hallway. This is my bed, and I'll tell you how significant that is, of course, and my vitamins. But this side of the bed, right here, see that? There's the side I slept on. There's the other side of the bed, not even touched. So when the cat's away, will the mice play? You know how I play? I'm reading. That's what I'm doing. I'm reading. Could I just have spent the night just turning this into a circus? Sure, of course I could. Could easily go onto a dating site or something like that and find some local chick or something, whatever. And you don't think I have women I know out in Vegas? Are you kidding me? So I just like the idea of being true to myself. This isn't it. I look at being alone, because you know what I think about solitude. I look at being alone not as a chance to play, but as a chance to actually improve myself. So here's the aerial view. Of course, shoes, my Skechers. Man, I don't know if it's like an old man thing, but these slip-ons, holy cow. It's like you never want to wear anything else. All right. Now, you got to realize, when I was younger, this bed would have looked like a crime scene. Now it looks like no one slept in it, obviously, because I passed out within like 1 minute last night. So there's my bed right there. There wouldn't have been any sheets, and those pillows probably would have been feathers all over the place back in my old life. And this is why I say that. I'm just walking into the bathroom here. This is why I say that. Is if you're a single person, if you're a married person, and when you're away or at your own home, and you end up turning your bedroom, put a revolving door on it, you turn your bedroom into a 3-ring circus. What did you really get? What really happened? You know, what really happened? And so I'm here in the hotel today. I'm getting together with about, I don't know, it's 10 to 15 other guys, YouTubers, and you know every single one of these guys. You know every single one. And some of the guys they make content about picking up women and all this kind of stuff. Oh, so that's a trip. That's a trip. Yep. Oh, Drew says you have the same pair and you're 44. I'm in my 60s. I'll tell you what, as soon as you discover those slip-ons, you just can't go back to anything else. You know, it's amazing. Oh, and my and the sneakers that I have. Hold on, hold on. Skechers. And guess what? What I'm going to be wearing today. You want to see something funny? This is what I'm wearing today, with like black jeans and a sport coat. Skechers. These are like wool. They're called wash-a-wools. I love these things. They're crazy. Wash-a-wools. So, what do you really do for yourself? How much of your soul do you erode? I know there are some people that I slept with 1,000 women, and some guys will pat that person on the back. Some people will be like, ugh. I'm like the kind of guy only because I don't want to be one of those guys that says, I've been there, I know what I'm talking about, but I've been there and I know what I'm talking about. And what did you really accomplish? If your resume says, I slept with 1,000 women or more, what did you really accomplish? And what are you really the Pied Piper of, right? What do you, oh, mask policies in Vegas, you got to wear a mask. Outside the room, you got to wear a mask. Yeah. And you know what's weird is I smelled smoke as I walked past the casino this morning. You need, obviously, like I haven't been in a public establishment where you smoke in years, many years. Reverend 20 piece, the Jim Jones glasses. Yeah, I should be getting them out soon. Excuse me. I love my coffee right now more than I love you. I do love you, but I love my coffee that much more. So. Let me tell you what's weird about Starbucks is like the on the top. When I drink, there's like the hole that you drink the coffee out of, and then there's like that little pinhole, like that little vent thing that helps the coffee come out. What's weird is when I go to drink it, my nose covers the little hole, and then you got to like suck the coffee out. It just doesn't pour into your mouth. So when I do this, it doesn't pour out of my mouth. It actually, my nose covers that hole. That's weird, right? Oh, coffee's so good. Like for the first half hour, I'm just like, coffee. All right, so I'm in the bathroom. I just unload crap. This is a beautiful bathroom. Can't believe it. I'm giving you a tour of the damn hotel room. I must be bored. Big, massive tub. Cool stall shower, which I like. And the little commode room, toilet room with a sliding door, which is nice. I like that. And I also like the fact that I like that the bathroom door has frosted glass like that. So during the day, you have, natural light from the window. So from this view, from the bathroom looking back, there's the hotel room. And you can see my furniture at the window facing each other. So whether or not I end up doing a video from here today with someone else, like what I would do is I would just set up the tripod. I would just set up the tripod, of course. I would take the ironing board out. I would do the interview like this. The chairs facing each other. We just go back here. So what did you really accomplish if you bedded down 1,000 women or more? Let me ask you this. Even a better question and a more convicting question. What did I accomplish by bedding down all these women in my life? What did I accomplish? Where's the badge on my chest? Where's my award, my certificate? Okay, so I'm in my 60s. What did it get me? Do I have gravitas? Do I now have credibility when I speak to like young perverts and sexual deviants? Be like me. Wow, what a badge of honor, huh? Isn't that crazy? funny. Some people say, well, you had to go through that. No, I didn't. It was a conscious choice. There are people that are virtuous. I walked away from virtue. I walked away from virtue. This hotel room would have looked like a crime scene this morning. Would have looked like you know how many women are here on Bachelorette weekend? Any idea? Any idea how many women are in this hotel right now? That's what I'm saying. Not only is poontang free, but it's plentiful. And I know I'm going to be mixing with some people today that sell courses on how to get it and all this kind of stuff, which I just never. And some people will say, well, that's because you're confident and you're tall and you're built and this and that. Let me put it this way. I'm confident. I'm 5'11". I'm trim. I have more muscle on my body than fat. I make eye contact with people. I smile a lot. I have a genuine friendliness with people. I'm not interested in being fake. I'm not interested in game. I'm not interested in manipulation, engineering, orchestration, or fuckery in any form or fashion. You've heard me say pursue excellence, and excellence will pursue you. Now think about excellence for a second. Think about excellence. This is the funny thing about excellence. What are you excellent at? You know what I was excellent at? I was excellent at sin. I was good at it. I wasn't even bad. I wasn't mediocre. I was good at it. I was good at being a degenerate, good at being a deviant. And guess what? You actually attract other degenerates and other deviants. I just bumped into, when I got my coffee, there's that Better Bachelor guy. I don't know. I never met him. He was down near Starbucks. Bumped into him. I don't know him. Do you guys know him? That Better Bachelor dude? I don't know him. There's a lot of guys that are going to be here today that I don't know. Or that I know of, but I never met. We never personally met. So let me tell you who I want to hang out with in my personal life. I want to be the guy that wants to be around not people that slept and bedded down 1,000 women. I want to be with guys who make $1,000 a day, $2,000 a day, $5,000 a day. That's what I want. That's what I want to hang out with the guy that fed 1,000 people today, yesterday, where the bragging rights are, wow, we had 1,000 people at the soup kitchen, and we helped stave off hunger of 1,000 people. We gave away clothing during a cold winter. We provided sleeping bags and blankets for the homeless. Here's the deal. Those are the people that I want in my personal life. That's who I want to emulate. That's who you should emulate. And you'll notice that I'm not one of these I don't point the finger at people. And you know the biggest cure for pointing the finger at people is? You know what the biggest cure for finger pointing is? A mirror. A mirror. Seeing yourself. I'm not going to point the finger at the red pill guys, pickup guys, and all this kind of stuff. I'm not going to do it. You know why? Because I was there, and they haven't seen yet what it does to you. I experienced the heart, the soul damage. You know, it's like trying to talk to an alcoholic about what the alcohol is doing to his body. He doesn't realize until he hits his own bottom. What people realize is, especially a lot of like pickup guys, a lot of these guys that are just like bedding down women, right? Is you're not reaching a peak, you're hitting bottom. The world, their world, and I Because I'm going to be hanging out today with all these guys. Think about this. I'm going to be with these guys today. Many times people's worlds are inverted. It's like an inverted reality. But what am I not doing? I'm not pointing the finger at them saying, you bunch of degenerates. My message doesn't change because of who I'm with. And you become more authentic and genuine over the years like that. And I'm not saying, look at me, how good I am. Heck no. I'm not doing that. But my experience is, hey man, I've been there and I've seen what it can do to your soul. And it's not good. And it's not good. Yeah. So what's my response to all the guys? You know, some of the guys might have gotten here last night and found the girls from the bachelor party. I hope they wash their hands before they shake my hand. It's better to be fruitful and multiply than to, you know what, kettle bear. I'm not going to say it because I want to keep my YouTube channel. Excuse me, I really got to finish this coffee because I love you. I really do. I love you, but I love my coffee that much more. I'm at the point now where the top comes off. And in the past, this room would have looked like a crime scene. As a matter of fact, there would have been a strange body in that bed right there. Right there. See that? Right there. There would have been a strange woman who probably, I don't even know her last name, you know? And then I'd have to kick her out because it's not like you want to have a relationship with anyone who you just have a one-nighter with, right? I don't. I'm interested in a wife. Let me put it this way. When I was on the dating sites, even when I said I'm done, I was doing like an experiment. And it was, I used to say, uh, not looking for any commitments, you know, whatever. And the women would flock to me. And I did that for a couple months, like an experiment, literally. And I did statistics. I kept numbers, ages, numbers, heights, appearance on a scale of 1 to 10. It was a fairly exhaustive study. And then for a couple months, my dating profile said, I'd rather find a good wife than a good time. And the number of women that reached out to me was like this, just a little. And that was kind of shocking. There were more women out there that wanted to boom, 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 and zoom, 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 than even talk about commitment. And those that did want to talk about commitment already had their boom, 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 and a zoom, zoom, zoom. And I'm thinking, I don't want that either. So where am I going? That's when I came up with the philosophy of when you pursue excellence, excellence will pursue you. Sometimes that excellence comes in the shape of a woman. Good morning, everybody. Salvatore, good to see you. So in the past, that bed right there would have been a damn crime scene this morning. Hotel rooms are gross if you think about it. Holy crap. I mean, seriously gross. If you think about it. If I had a black light and some luminol, this place literally would look like a Christmas tree. It's not like they're in here steam cleaning everything before people come in, even though there was a sticker. Hold on, I'll show you. There was a sticker on the door when I came here. I'm classified as a VIP here. This is funny. Cleaned and sealed for your protection. Play it safe. And this is stuck on the door. So if the door is open, and they say that no one has been in here, no one has been in here since the cleaning staff. And then when you open the door, that seal gets broken. You know what I mean? It's just like, so we already stuck it back together. Cleaned and sealed for your protection. Yeah, did you clean the semen and the smegma from this place? Come on, man. Stop lying. Listen, I'm known for keeping it real. So yeah, you think about it. If you think, and you can get paranoid. You can get paranoid. Like when you think about, all right, who was the last person to touch that TV remote? But what was the last thing they were touching before they touched the TV remote? Because the TV's right by the bed. Ooh, right? Everyone's response is ooh. Yeah, I hear you. Completely hear you. Man, that coffee didn't last very long. It did. Oh, crap, that's a large one. I'm going to be flying pretty soon because I never drink like that much Starbucks. This is, how many ounces is this? How many ounces is the big Starbucks? I refuse to say the Venti. Remember when they first came out and it like everything was like small, medium, and large, and then Starbucks came out and then they had all these words for small, medium, and large. And I'm like, get the fuck out of here with that. Yes, I would like a Venti anniversary blend. It's like, shut the fuck up with that Venti, whatever the hell it was, right? It's like, shut up. Let's put another layer of arrogance and let's divide common people. You know, country bumpkin. Heck, I'm not even a country bumpkin. I'm a suburban bumpkin. I walk into a Starbucks and I would say, I would like a large coffee, please. And all of a sudden, it's like everything went quiet. Everyone looks at me like it's a Venti. I'm like, shut up. My mood is a little bit, oh, you know what? It's getting lighter out. I got to show that to you. Hold on. I got to go blow my nose. All right, now you can see me a little bit, and it's going to get brighter and brighter. I don't know if you can see. All right. Can you see? I'm going to stay up against the window. They look kind of small, but it's weird. They're huge. The mountains are huge, massive, and you can't see them, but the mountains on the other side have snow on the top. That was cool. Yeah. All right, let me put this light back on here. Hold on. How do I do that? All right, where is the light? Not that light. There we go. Now, how weird was that at 6 o'clock in the morning talking about sex at 6 o'clock in the morning, right? That was weird. I never did that before. A lot of people here are talking about the great sex they had last night. I'm talking about the great sleep I had last night. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, I can see the sun illuminate, just starting to make one face of the mountains be illuminated a little bit. So that is going to be magnificent. Unfortunately, you really can't see it. I don't have like a zoom lens or anything like that. Just on my phone. I'm not going to shave the beard for the summer. No, 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 no. Not at all. All right, so let's stop talking about sex. Let's talk about sex, baby. Let's talk about you and me. Let's not do that. So here's what I want to talk about. Andrew Mazer is a friend of mine who lives in Sarasota, Florida. He has a nice business. And he and I talk about business books. And he and I met during, actually, he filmed a commercial. And what the heck was that commercial? He had a product. He's a business owner, and he hired a film crew to do the commercial. God, I'm trying to think what it was. And I was in that commercial for him. What the heck? It'll come to me. It was years ago. Anyways, Andrew and I became good friends and talk about business and fruitful stuff and productive stuff. And my coffee's gone. Wait, one last drop. So if I read a good book, I'll tell him. If he reads a good book, he tells me. So he read this and said, George, I want to send you the best business book I've ever read. And I'm like, oh, okay. You know, everyone is like, it's the best movie I ever saw, the best cup of coffee I ever had, the best book I ever read, the most beautiful woman I've ever seen. You know, everyone speaks in hyperbole. So he said, I'm going to send you the best business book I ever read. And, you know, when you get to a certain age, you kind of like identify hyperbole. You know, going back to sex for a second, a lot of guys talk about, you know, the women they were with. They were 8s, 9s, and 10s. And here's my take on hyperbole when it comes to rating women. I'm kind of a judge not lest you be judged. Like, I don't want to put women on a scale. I've done it in the past. I don't feel good about it. But here's the thing. If I put women on a scale, then I'm going to be put on a scale. And I don't want to be put on a scale of 1 to 10. And I like to say I'm above average. I'm a little bit above. I'm an average guy with an average life, successful in certain areas, not successful in other areas, and a failure in some areas. When I look at my classmates, people I went to college and high school, some of them look like they're 85, 90 years old. I'm dead serious. It's weird. It is really weird. You know, and the only thing that makes me look older is the white beard and the gray hair. I mean, seriously, that's, you know, I mean, this is like grandpa stuff, okay? But if I had a different facial hair, kind of like when I have a goatee, I look a lot younger. Literally, like I look like I'm 50 when I have a goatee, you know. But the gray hair and the white beard make me look like Father Time. So who cares if you are with a 8, 9, or 10? Who cares? If she's a 10 to you, you know what? Let's use numbers for a second. If she's a 6 to you, but she cooks at a 10, and she loves you and forgives you and encourages you and gives you a swat on the behind when you walk by her, and you kiss her neck when you walk by, and you work out a little bit harder. You know, I mean, come on. To me, that's a 10 life. Now, here I am in my 60s, single, desiring to be married. Eventually, seriously, I'm not kidding you. We are going to get to this book, okay? And I look at the women just making themselves known to me as I pursue excellence. As I pursue excellence in my life. Here's the weird thing, is I have a choice. I have options. Like you have no idea. I have options of even young women. Young women. You know, I have like women in their like mid-20s saying like, you're the hottest 60-something guy I've ever seen. I'm like, what? And that's pretty bold for like young women to say that to an older guy when they should be calling me grandpa, right? But those mountains are just illuminating. Oh, I can't wait to show them to you. Can't wait. I'm going to wait till they get fully lit. This was actually fun doing this talk here. This was fun doing this. And I'm glad I'm doing it while the sun is coming up. What makes a woman a 10? What makes a woman a 10? What if she is the physically most perfect thing? Natural boobies, curvy body, crystal blue eyes, a voice that just is like poetry, has a touch that just is incredible. Okay. But her heart is dark and wicked. What is that like? But you're happy you got a 10, right? Come on, man. Come on. Whatever you are, whoever you are, work on yourself. Because guess what? You know who doesn't pursue me? Pigs. Degenerates. Excellence pursues me all the time. Yes, congratulations, Drew. I think that's incredible. Drew says in 30 days, I'll be celebrating my 20th anniversary with your 10. I love that, Drew. That's awesome. Drew, that is why you resonate with this channel and this audience. Absolutely. That is why. Oh, so good. So good. All right. So let's go to this book. We keep going back to sex. You know, I guess the three biggest topics of the most popular YouTube videos. It's documented. Sex, weight loss, and money. If you have a channel that just talks about sex, weight loss, and money, you can grow. That's kind of like a little hack for those of you that have channels that want to do it. Make everything sexual, make everything weight loss, and make everything about money. I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I'm just saying that the biggest channels are about sex, weight loss, and money. And I'm talking not fitness, weight loss. Weight loss. Yeah, pretty trippy, huh? All right. So let's get to the book. The one thing. If you chase two rabbits, you will not catch either one. Isn't that wild? Focusing, the power of focus is amazing. On page 17, the table of contents I'm looking at right now, item number 3, success leaves clues. So does failure. So all you have to do is reverse engineer people's success. Happiness leaves clues. So reverse engineer, when you see people who are happy, reverse engineer it. Don't be afraid to ask people, tell me why you're happy. Why are you smiling? Why do you seem so positive? In the same way, there are people who are negative. I talked about this the other night in one of the open forums. I got to figure out what to do with the open forums. I like to think that they're like the old-fashioned talk radio. I love old school talk radio, not about politics. Talk radio got hijacked by politics. And that's just so friggin' irritating. Just everything political. I forget who said it. If you want to demoralize a people, make everything political. Show me a talk radio station that doesn't talk about, or a talk radio show that doesn't talk about politics. I think one of the only ones might be Coast to Coast, which is like aliens and conspiracy theories and all that stuff, which I love. Love. I can't get enough about aliens and Bigfoot and the Loch Ness Monster and Chupacabra and Cthulhu and all that stuff. Like, to me, I'm there. My friend Tony Merkel has that show called Confessionals. His podcast is going to blow up. Absolutely blow up. It's called The Confessionals. If you like that kind of stuff, look him up. The Confessionals Podcast. I think his website is called theconfessionalspodcast.com. Pretty cool. Oh, the top of these mountains is just starting to get illuminated. Can you see that? Oh, how pretty. How pretty is that? Especially that one right behind me. Right there. Right there. See the top? That's cool. Excuse me. No, this is not Philly. I'm in Las Vegas. I am, for those of you that are new to the broadcast right now, I'm in Vegas. I'm meeting with a bunch of YouTubers, and I don't know what's going to happen. A bunch of people are collaborating, and I just bumped into Better Bachelor downstairs. You guys know Better Bachelor? I don't know the guy. I don't know him. Actually, I never heard of him until this week when someone said, "Hey, you and Better Bachelor would get along," and whatever. I'm like, "Who's that?" I don't know. So I had to educate myself. Do you know who Coach Greg Adams is? Why am I wearing a hat inside? It's because I just woke up. Coach Greg Adams will be here. He might be here now. He only lives 4 hours from here, so I'm not sure if he got here last night or if he's driving in this morning. Coach Greg Adams is going to be here. Hotep Jesus. You guys know Hotep Jesus? He has a lot of sanity, clarity, and reason. And I remember, I don't know, a couple years ago, I got into like an online fight with him. For what? For what? Why did I do that? Territory wars? Not interested. Let me tell, oh my gosh. The mountains are changing as I'm speaking. Look at that. They're actually lighting up. Oh, it's so beautiful. Oh my God, I sound like a freak talking about this stuff. So I got into this online Twitter war with Hotep Jesus, a guy I don't even know. Maybe I didn't like the name. Hotep, like, what the heck is Hotep Jesus? And last week I sent a text and I said, if I offended you in the past, I apologize. I want to make an apology to you. And of course, that's a preemptive apology because we're going to be getting together today. Aaron Clary will be here. And, you know, we got in I never met Aaron. He never met me. But, you know, he was associating with some people who were hammering me on YouTube. And Aaron was another one. I had to send this to the group. If I offended you in the past, I want to apologize. So that takes down any barriers. Now I can't say that a simple apology is going to make everything better. I'm not like one of those guys. Hey, I apologize. Why aren't you responding to me? There are some people that take longer to forgive or to wipe the slate clean than others. And I can't expect everyone to do it if I don't. I mean, if I do it, I can't expect everyone else to do it. A couple of years ago, me and Coach Greg Adams, we were like this. We were ready, literally, Coach Greg Adams and I were ready to fight. And Anthony Johnson said, see if you guys can work it out. And that was a very redemptive thing to say. I have to tell you that was. Sometimes wisdom comes from places you don't expect. And why does anyone want to keep up like bad relations with anybody? You know, I mean, I don't. So Coach and I exchanged numbers and talked. And I will tell you, it was one of the best things that ever happened, because Coach, right now, Coach Greg Adams, I consider him a friend. If Coach called me right now and said, hey man, I'm driving to Vegas, I'm a mile from the casino and I got a flat tire, I'd probably walk over and help him change his tire. And I know he would do the same thing for me. Hotep and I got into it a little bit. And for no reason, because we were taking sides with certain, getting a call. I just had to send that back. How's my audio right now? A lot of times if I get a call while I'm doing this, then then it throws my signal off. Audio is fine. Good. Salvatore, I'll be honest with you about Donovan. Donovan is a friend of mine. Donovan never offended me. He never offended me. Never. You know, I'll be honest with you. He never offended me in any way. And I'm here with guys who have, some call them pen names. There's guys who have, from my generation, we called them stage names. There's guys here who go by a different name other than like what their, the name on their license says. I have no reason to have any opinion or cop an attitude towards someone who hasn't offended me. Be honest with you. And I want to be a bridge builder, not a wall builder. Kevin Samuels, I heard, is a nice man. I think Kevin might be here this weekend. That's another guy. These are guys I don't even know. Someone said to me, do you know Kevin Samuels? I'm like, no, who's that? And they said, oh, just go to his channel, you'll love him. And I did. I'm like, wow, guy's got a lot of followers. I don't know who he is. He's going to be here this weekend. Today, I'm probably going to meet him probably for breakfast. Fierce Soul says, much respect to you. Don't be intimidated by these guys. Just do you. Yeah, well, let me put it this way. I'm never intimidated by any human being, period, ever. There's no, intellectual giants, YouTube giants. People are big fish in small ponds. In the Sultan's world, I'm a big deal. Outside of YouTube, outside of my followers, no one knows who I am, So, Salvatore, I realize that, but Donovan is a friend of mine. And let me put it this way. What if you had some answers and solutions for people who needed your solutions and truth? Do you help them by staying away from them and shit talking them? You know what you do? You remain virtuous, or as virtuous as you can. You know, I do think that virtue is on a scale, and it's something that we are working out at all times. Quick update. Pennsylvania still blows. It does. I can't wait to get out of the communist state of Pennsylvania. Can't wait. Can't wait. Done. So if you have solutions for people who don't have access to solutions, does it help them? Does it help them if you stay in the light? If you just stay in your own arrogant little world, like just stay in, like I'm trying to become more virtuous, contemplative, devotional, dig deeper into my Christian walk. Oh, I'm not going to associate with those people. You know who needs it more than anyone? Those people. Those people. And I'm Salvatore. I know you don't hate him. I know. You're a good guy. Salvatore, listen to me, dude. Look at me. Salvatore, look at me when I'm talking to you. I know you're not a hater. I know you're not a hater. I know you're not. What I would do is I would just be a little slower to jump on the hate bandwagon, which is what I did. It's what I did with Coach Greg Adams. It's what I did with Hotep Jesus. It's what I did with Aaron Clary. But in an hour or two, I'm going to be with all these guys. I'm going to be with them. Guys that I talked shit about, and guys that talk shit about me. And that's going to be crazy. T. Michael Boyle says he just got a Sultanelli. Oh, yeah, man. One of the best pipes I've ever had in my life. Yeah. Terry, have a good day. Thanks for joining. Yeah. Bring your light to the darkness. Bring your message to where the message is needed. Don't stay away. Don't stay away from people that need your message. And you don't, listen, if you're waiting till you're perfect, till you get all your shit together before you bring a message to the world and to the needy, guess what? Let me put it this way. What if there were two people that were homeless and starving, and you had a sandwich? And one of those starving people was like a Christian person, and one was like a Muslim or an atheist. And you're a Christian, I'm a Christian, okay? Does it matter? Does it matter if that sandwich comes from a Christian or not? I don't believe so. You know why? Because it's feeding somebody. That's what I think. Luke Andrews says, what if you're losing hope with people? That's a very good question. That's a very good question. I've learned to trust the Lord and not even my own judgment, to be honest with you, because when I started this stream an hour ago, I was tired, taking my first sips of coffee, and now I'm like, woo, all caffeined up, which means my emotions are a little ramped up right now, but they're fake because there's caffeine affecting them. Food is food, no matter who you give it to. I will give a sandwich to a starving Muslim or a starving atheist or a starving Christian. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. And I will tell you this. Food, I learned this from Victor Pride, another guy who's now, that was his fake name, who now calls himself Brother Nicholas. Oh, wow. Look at the mountains now. You ready? You ready to have your mind blown? Look at this. Can you see that? Or is that just maybe the sun flare is too much? Let me turn this light out. Let me see here. Okay. Can you see that? How beautiful that is. There you go. You know what's cool? God made that. I can't make that. I can't make that. I like that one where the sun hasn't, like, right, let's see, right there, right there, where the sun hasn't completely illuminated it yet. There you go. And of course, there's the pool. It's pretty. It's so nice. God made that. I didn't make it. God made it. And that's cool. I can't make that. No matter what I do, I can't make that. It's beautiful. So bring your light to where it's so funny. Let me put it this way: bring your light to where light is needed. Because if I say bring your light to the darkness, I don't want to refer to other people as darkness. I just don't. I mean, I leave that up to other people to do that. Because I can say, oh, those degenerates, those deviants, Peter Pan bear. Oh, we get some bears joining us. Excellent. The bears and the beasts getting together. Bears and beasts get along. You know that, right? Bring your light to where light is needed. I don't want to be one of these guys. What I don't want to do is be the pot calling the kettle black. Look at these fucking degenerates, these deviants, these liars, guess what? I was living in darkness at one time. I was living in darkness. And the only thing that brought me around was people's grace and mercy. Not justice, not down bringing the hammer of truth, the cold, hard truth. You know what I'm talking about. It's Luke says George's coffee is definitely kicked in and not loving it. Oh, that is funny. That's why we love our coffee, right? But what brought me back around was grace and forgiveness and mercy. I work with some pretty bad people on one of my jobs. When my YouTube channel got fully demonetized, not fully, it's not fully demonetized. 2 years ago, this past January, everything that had pipes, pipe tobacco, and alcohol in it got demonetized. And at that time, I was making close to about $6,000 a month, between $5,700 and $6,000 a month on YouTube monetization alone, and that stopped. Just to give you some background, okay? Because YouTube doesn't want to spread the vices. Pipe smoking is different, but if I want to make a video on how to do a blowjob, boy, that video goes straight to #1. There are videos on YouTube on how to give a blowjob, and it's men and women giving those videos using bananas and cucumbers and other silicone plastic devices to give tutorials. But you show a man how to fire up a pipe. Put tobacco in a pipe. Ooh, bad. Ooh, tobacco. How to give a blowjob, good. Smoke a pipe, bad. So what happened was I woke up one morning and boom, $6,000 a month. Gone. It was like getting fired from a job without any notice. So what was I left with? Maybe $1,500 a month, which doesn't pay crap. I mean, a few bills. And then with affiliate stuff, you make a little money. You do okay. Altogether, I was making pretty good money between affiliate stuff when the YouTube money was up, and then that stopped. And that's when I had to go get a real job again. And that's what I did. I ended up getting a real job. So, back to the grind, so to speak. And so now I work Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I have like a regular job that I go to at a prison. Thursday and Saturday, I work at a salon. I have like a barber shop in a salon. It's like a men's grooming studio, private. So I'm not out there with the women when they're blow dryers and all that stuff. It's not like a little cackle fest. And then I have my virtual stuff, my affiliate programs, my YouTube channel, puts gas in the car, pays a few bills, that kind of thing. So I have to build everything back up. And then, of course, my coaching business is good. That's good. But also too, even though I make good money in my coaching business, you can't do that for 8 hours a day. I don't care what anyone says. I don't. You can't do it. After like 4 or 5 people, my ears are ringing. My head's like, ugh, listening to people talk about their issues. I love helping people. Love it. Did it for years and years and years. And being a coach is different than being a therapist with people. So that's another income stream for people, and I'm glad I have it. So, but I'm also licensed to cut hair. So I could go get a job here today in Vegas. I could go and get a job today in Vegas cutting hair because it's a trade, you know? Is there any way you can watch the event online? Peter Pan, there is no event. There's no event. I am just getting together with other content creators. Ian, yes, I will be having an opening probably within the next month. So hang in there. Just keep watching the channel. I try to be therapeutic in my work. So, yeah. I try to be therapeutic. So I like to think that the things that I present are can help everyone because I cover a lot of different issues. What education degrees do I prefer? I prefer none, to be honest with you, even though I have. I have a degree in criminal science, pastoral counseling, and counseling education. My master's degree is in counseling education from Westchester University. Graduated from there in 1986. And then I have about 1,000 continuing ed hours after that. I stopped counting when I was 40 years old. My goal was to have a PhD by the time I was 40 because I wanted life experience. And I went to seminary on and off for about 8 years. Yeah. So I'm pretty well educated. But the most important thing I ever did was learn a trade, to be honest with you. Being well educated helps me be more articulate, organize my thoughts, present well in a clear, concise manner so that you come away from my talks with something. I taught in several colleges. I forgot how many I taught in. I'm in conversation now with a department chairperson at Florida Tech. So who knows? I could be what I applied for about 2 weeks ago was a assistant professorship at Florida Tech, also known as FIT, Florida Institute of Technology. Believe it or not, communications, teaching in the communications department at Florida Tech, part-time, assistant professor of communications. That's what I want. That's what I would love to do. I don't think I want to teach psych there. I don't want to. I'd rather teach people to communicate properly in business and in personal life than there's already enough psychologists, psychotherapists, and all that stuff out there. And has the world gotten any better? Seriously, has the world gotten any better as a result of having a therapist, psychologist, counselor, psychiatrist on every damn corner? I think the world has gotten more perverted and deviant and weird and lost. I could conquer the world with 100 tradesmen. 100 people. If 100 people with college degrees, if I had them, we'd get nothing done. Give me 100 tradesmen, man, and I can conquer the world. Yeah. All right. Where did I go off on that? Oh, back to YouTube. So that monetization disappeared, so I had to bring that back. 3 kids, 2 aging parents that they don't need me now, but they're going to need me. My parents in their 80s. Thank God for my parents that are still alive and healthy. So I need to make money. And so do you. You need to make money. Oh, I only need enough to live. No, you don't. Shut up. Shut up with that. You need money, and you need a lot of it to take care of yourself. If you say, well, I don't need much, you're not thinking about others, are you? All right. What if you have to hire a daytime caretaker for your parents? What if you have to hire someone to do personal care for your parents? You know, I want to be able to afford that. What if one of my children becomes disabled or needs help? I want to do that. I want to be married. Hey, Peg, good morning. What if, and of course now I want to be married again. Who will I marry? Will I marry a career woman? That ain't going to happen. To me, that's just having a roommate that you share bills with and have sex with. I'm not looking for that. I'm looking for a wife. And if I don't get that, I'm not worried about it. That's, marriage isn't, like, getting married is not a goal. I'm open to it. Let me put it this way. Well, like John Hoover says, look at this. Money is a tool, nothing more, nothing less. And like tools, you can't have enough. That's fantastic. Hey, believe it or not, I was on till what, 10:30 last night. I got enough sleep. I got over 7 hours of sleep, and then I just got coffee this morning, and now I'm doing a live stream. Let me show you the mountains again. Can you see how pretty that is? There's the pool. This is a huge, huge area, but isn't that nice? Isn't that beautiful? And for those of you that have joined recently, let me just show you my hotel room real quick. I rearrange the furniture as soon as I come into a hotel room. And I take the furniture and I turn the chairs towards one another rather than facing the TV. Because if I end up with other YouTubers in this room today, we're going to be talking, facing each other. I'm not using the desk at all, so I just have crap like all my vitamins on the desk, whatever. Earlier, I was talking about my bed. Here's my bed. One side I slept on, the other side hasn't even been touched. And years ago, that bed would have looked like a damn crime scene. I'm not kidding you. And it feels good to be chaste. It feels good to be celibate. Some people would say, I've actually been called an incel. People have called me an incel. What the hell? Like, let me put it this way. I'm a vol cell, VOL cell, a vol cell. You know what that means? I'm a voluntary celibate, which means that I'm waiting till I'm married to have sex. That's what I'm doing. And I feel good about it because I never waited before, so to speak. Never waited before. And most people I know haven't. So the goal is not to have all my fun, plow a bunch of fields, and then find a woman and then start acting righteous. I don't want to do that. I'm a voluntary celibate, and that feels good to be that way. And it's not like any I'm better than you kind of stuff. It's certainly not that, because like I said, here we go back to sex again. All of my sexual past damaged my soul. It didn't help me. It damaged me. And it hurt. It hurt. And it's not a badge of honor. It's not a pat on the back. It hurts. So that bed right there, my ironing board, that bed right there, I'm saving that side of the bed right here. Right here. Oops. That side of the bed. Let me see. Right there. That's for my wife to be. And if it's not a wife, then it'll always remain untouched. And like I said, there was a point in my life where this hotel room would have looked like a damn three-ring circus and a crime scene. And is it weird to have a gray hair old guy talk about that? I didn't always have gray hair, and I wasn't always old. I had dark hair. I was an above average guy. with excellent communication skills, charisma, and how can you call it? Singularly focused on poontang when out and about, as well as doing my work. That is not a badge of honor. It was soul crushing, soul crushing. So that's, for those of you that just joined, that's the hotel room I'm at. I'm in Vegas right now. And it's pretty. It's so pretty here. And I'm here meeting up with some other YouTubers, guys that are YouTubers that are much bigger than me, much, much bigger. Guys that are guys with thousands of guys with channels that are huge, 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 huge. So I probably have one of the smallest channels. I probably have one of the smallest channels. Hold on, this phone is just buzzing. Some people are commenting on stuff. Hold on a second. I need to put on Do Not Disturb. Hold on. Okay, that's better. This thing is like buzzing like crazy, which means I probably should be getting off real soon. Athena. Athena. God bless you. I'll tell you why, girl. Let me tell you why. I have a twin bed at home. I do not have a double queen or full-size bed. I have a twin bed. I have a single bed at home. And there's not a revolving door on my bedroom. I just don't, I don't do that anymore, I should say. And I feel good about it. And the next bed that I buy, is going to be probably a queen size bed or a king size bed. And I will be picking it out with my wife. And she can pick out her pillows. I don't want my wife. All right. Are you ready for this? Are you guys ready for some truth? Give me a thumbs up or a fist bump if you're ready for some truth. Let me see some fist bumps. Let me see some thumbs up, and I'm gonna give you some truth, please. I need to see at least 10 thumbs up, and I'll tell you the truth. Or fist bumps. Give me something. Tell me. Okay, we got 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6, 7. Come on, man. I need 3 more, and then I'll tell you some truth. Oh, all right. I have so much. Good. All right. Let me tell you what's going on. I don't want my wife's head laying on a pillow that I propped up another woman's ass with. I can't believe I just said that. But that's the truth. I will buy new bedding, new pillows. I do not want blankets covering my wife that covered up some DNA covered strange woman's body. I don't even want that in my house. So before I get married, we are picking out a new bed, picking out new pillows, picking out new bedding, sheets and blankets. I don't want the phantoms of the past haunting my future. And if I don't find a wife, then, or I should say attract a wife, because I'm not really finding anyone. If I don't end up getting married, I am not going to settle for anything. Does that sound good? I didn't get married. No, not yet. I was married in the past. This is what I used to do. Here we go. See, I'm staying true to the YouTube secret of success by talking about sex. I'm in the bathroom here. See this? This brush right here, that has my hair in it, okay? When women come into your apartment, your house, okay, they come into the bathroom, they go into the bathroom, they brush their hair with your brush to make sure their hair is in your brush. They look in your medicine cabinet to see if you're taking any medications or whatever. Women always take a trinket. They always take something. Women always take something. Toothbrush, just a little, I don't know if it's superstitious, whatever, but it seems like they always take something from your apartment. And then in the past, I've always seen women do this. They leave like a panty hanging up, here or like on the back of the door. How many times have I seen that? But here's the weird thing. Okay. So you go on a Saturday night, you invite a girl over, a gal, a woman, whatever. Think about this. And I take the blonde hairs girl out of my hairbrush, just obsessively pull it out, throw it away. Not even throw it away, flush it. So it's not even in the trash, because I know this chick is going to like go through my garbage to see if there's any like sanitary pads or like, makeup or anything in there, So I would remove the blonde hairs girl from my hairbrush. So the brown hair girl, like I would remove the blonde haired girl from my hairbrush today, the girl from last night. So the brown haired girl that's going to spend the night making a crime scene with me, the brown hair girl doesn't see the blonde hair. True story. I remember my daughter, who's now 25, blonde hair. Believe it or not, I had dark hair and I ended up with 3 blonde children. Go figure that out. And they are my children. I know some of you guys look, did you have a paternity test? Yes, they are my children. They look like me. Let me put it that way. But my grandmother was blonde hair, blue eyes. Yeah. So let me put it this way. Steph says, panties are too delicate to put in the dryer. Oh, Steph, you're funny. You are funny. But I remember one time, now my kids certainly have carte blanche. They can do anything they want in my home. But I remember literally a woman saying that I hardly knew, only knew for like a couple months, and I was turning her into a crime scene every Saturday night for a few months. And she once took my brush and said, "What's with the blonde hair?" Literally. And I said, "That's my daughter's hair." And it was, but she was like already marking her territory. This was the same woman who literally would keep panties on the back of the doorknob. And believe it or not, she would leave her earrings on the nightstand. Holy right? Come on, man. Come on. Well, you guys are getting an education today, aren't you? Hey, let's take a look at these mountains right now. Ooh. Look at that. Beautiful. 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 There's this weird thing down on the base of the window. I don't know what it is, like a strip of something. I can't figure out what it is. Yeah, she wants to show ownership. That's true. Yeah. So why do I want to live that kind of life? Why do I want to do that? Why would I want to do that? Why? You know what really blows? Like the guys that brag about having a lot of women. Let me put it this way, dude and ladies. Listen to this old dog, okay? You hate it when they leave the restraining order on the pillow. Exactly. Yeah. I hate it when they show you the pregnancy test turn blue, you know? Did I get a good rate on my hotel? I don't know. I didn't pay for it. I know I'm a VIP here. I got VIP privileges. I got my own elevator. So that's a trip. So listen to this old dog when he talks. What temperature do you bake your chicken on? What the hell? What the hell kind of question is that? I have no idea what the heck you're talking about. But I feel pretty good. I feel healthy. I'm good. El Camino says, I'm looking to start doing freelance voiceover work. How should I start? Equipment, marketing. You should start doing a YouTube channel. That's all. With your phone. Do you realize I've been doing my YouTube channel for 5 years and I've never even put it on my laptop ever. Every 100% is done on my phone. 100%. Dorian says, are you at the 21 convention with Myron and Donovan? No, I'm not at the 21 convention. I am here at the hotel. This is not a conference. I'm not doing a conference. I'm here with Coach Greg Adams, Hotep Jesus, Better Bachelor. I don't even know who Better Bachelor is, but I saw him in the lobby this morning for the first time. Myron Gaines, Aaron Clary, Phil Foster, Zach Small, Kevin Samuels. I don't know these guys. I only know a couple of the people. And if you just joined in, I had fights with a lot of these guys a couple of years ago. You know that, right? I had some YouTube fights with some of these guys that were pretty gnarly. And I had to send people texts and saying, if I offended you in the past, please accept my apology. Do you know how humbling and how hard that is to go to somebody and say that you're sorry? You know, that's difficult. And if they receive it, fine. If they don't, then, I did my part. And it makes me sad that I have a messed up relationship with people that I never even met. So, but you get to that point in life where you don't want to fight anymore. Like the fist loosens up. Rather than doing this. Oh yeah, I want to do this. Nice to meet you. That's what I want to do. Luke, you're right. Only say sorry if you were wrong. Yeah, I talked shit about a lot of people a couple years ago. I did. But people I never met, and I'm not here to defend anybody. I'm here to, my message doesn't change no matter who I meet with. Some people say, well, you're meeting with a bunch of degenerates and liars and fakes and phonies and grifters and all this stuff. I don't care. Where do you bring your light to? You bring your light to where light is needed. You don't bring a candle out in mid-daylight, do you? You light it in the darkness and it illuminates. And it should, Jerron Allen, it should make the meeting even more interesting. It should. Brian McManus says, and it showed you were more genuine. I'm really not more genuine. I try to be. I have a lot of faults. Jeez. Tim McMeans asked, how do you get over the anger of divorce? You choose to. Anger leads to cynicism. Cynicism comes from anger. Look at the video. Look at the video that I did with Dr. Sean T. Smith, on cynicism coming from anger. Who knows? Maybe I'll be meeting with a bunch of angry men today. What if I show grace to these other content creators today that some people hate? What if I show grace to them? You know, what if I say, nice to meet you, Hotep? Nice to meet you, Better Bachelor. Nice to meet you, Kevin Samuels. You know, what if I do that? What if that is my initial, and these guys have heard shit about me too, you know, certainly not perfect. What if I show grace to them? And at the end of this weekend of just meeting and collaborating, what if they say, you know what, that Bruno guy is not as off as we thought, or he's not as bad as like other people have said or something. I mean, that's the kind of thing. Oh, Charlie Monroe, thank you, sir, thank you. And as far as the super chats, Salvatore is Mr. by the Mile. He says, George's channel helped me push to reach more than 1,300 subscribers and building a business. Yeah, Salvatore, you've been just, you know, pushing it. Salvatore, are you into like trucker songs? You know, in country music, there's a whole, you know, like within country music, you have kind of like bluegrass, and you have like the sad genre of country music. You have drinking songs and that kind of stuff. But within country music, there's this little sliver genre called trucking songs. And a lot of country songs are about driving a truck. It's interesting, right? Who else sent a super chat today? Salvatore again, saved 21,000 in 7 months. Stay focused, gents. Yeah, sock it away, man. Sock it away. And there was another super chat in there that I want to address real quick. Let me go back and find it. I don't want to ignore that. Super chats get my attention. Is that? I forget who else did a super chat. Maybe I don't, I'm not, maybe I went over it. People demonetize, or they also demonetize piping bids. Yeah, I like doing pipe videos. Oh, Chris DeLong, driving my life away. Eddie Rabbit. What a shame that he died. I love that. I love that. Keith says, hey, George, so what's the info on Tampa being the new Hollywood? Let me tell you the story of that real quick. Tampa being the new Hollywood. Let me just fix this thing. Hunched over. I just want to sit back in my chair. My friend Deborah Twiss, gorgeous, absolutely just stunning, gorgeous, hot woman. Actor, director, writer, beautiful woman. You guys met her on my channel before. Just stunning, mesmerizing, beautiful. And I view her, to me, she's Deborah, my friend. I mean, she has posters made. She's had posters made of her. There's people who have pictures of her in their lockers. Okay. And she's a friend of mine. And we text, chat. I've known her for years. We've worked on some film work together. And she is, oh, thank you, William Bellingham from Scotland. I appreciate that. Yeah, and Salvatore, all I do is drive. You're right. Yeah, my skinny arms. Actually, you know what's interesting? I am getting trim. I'm getting much, much more trim. And I'm not one for taking my shirt off. I don't like doing that. But I will be jacked by summer. Totally jacked. That's a fact. COVID really did a number on my eating and my exercising. So, but Deborah is a mom to me. She is like a neighbor to me. She's someone who I love as a friend. She would do anything in the world for me. I would do anything for her. And she wanted me to get involved in a thing called Conflicts Studios, which means conservative flicks, you know, flicks like movies. And it's in Tampa, and it is, it's a traditional values movie production company and studio in Tampa that is run by Antonio Sabato Jr., another guy I know, who was the original Calvin Klein model. You guys know who he is. Super handsome guy, just like insane body, you know, just good guy. Vice president is Kaya Jones. You guys know Kaya Jones. She was one of the original members of the Pussycat Dolls. My friend Deborah is a writer for their first movie that they're going to be putting out, which has traditional values in it. My new friend Susan Moss is the director or vice president of investor relations for the studio. What they're doing is they're turning Tampa into a new Hollywood, which means that there's going to be all kinds of movies with traditional values and redemptive values, not evil always winning and degeneracy winning. So that's kind of cool, right? And that's what I know. Tampa is going to be the new Hollywood, and I'm excited about that. That's pretty cool. So that's what I'm talking about when I say Tampa is going to be the new Hollywood. You guys look at that. Isn't that beautiful? So that's what I mean. Yep. Boy, the coffee kicked in, didn't it? Well, you watched that happen. You watched that happen before your very eyes. The year 2022, next year, there's a movie called Trailblazers coming out. It's kind of a Western and sci-fi-ish kind of thriller that it's going to be the first movie put out. Mr. By the Mile, Salvatore says, work while they sleep, learn while they party, save while they spend, live like they dream. Yeah, you're right about that. Yep. It's going to be a good day. I know the texts are going to be starting to come in soon. And someone asked, am I nervous about meeting everyone? I like to think, are they nervous about meeting me? That's how I look at it. Is I really have something to offer people, but I don't do it out of superiority. And if they reject it, that's fine. That's okay. I'm not here to be respected or to impress anyone. I'm here to actually serve. I'm here to be a brother to those who are brothers. I'm here to bring some light to the lives of people. So if we get together and do something on camera today, I'm the guy that's got the lint roller that's going to say, hey, Aaron Clary, you got some fuzz. Let me roll your jacket. Or Hotep, or Coach Greg Adams, or Better Bachelor Guy, whatever. All right. You guys have a good Saturday. I got to jump in the shower real soon. And, I feel good I feel good that I don't have to get rid of the evidence and turn a crime scene into a virtuous scene. I got a great night's sleep, probably unlike other people in this, other people in this hotel. I got a great night's sleep. And it's awesome. Have a great day. I like to end with this. I think this is what I want you to do. Suck your stomach in. Suck your stomach in. Look at me. Suck your stomach in. Chest out. Shoulders back. Head held high, and walk 25% faster than everybody. Okay, have a sense of urgency. You will get things done. Make eye contact with people. Look at them. In this world where we are all covered up, they want us to be covered up. You get people who have a damn mask on, a hat, and sunglasses, and you can't see anything. You can't see people. Make eye contact with people. Have a great Saturday. Will I be back tonight? I don't know. Back, online. I don't know. Have a great day. Thank you for the super chats. I love you guys, but I love coffee that much more. And I'll see you soon. Thanks for joining me today.